What a night. Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much for your words of support. We're so grateful for your leadership and just your commitment to this mission. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kathleen, St. Louis Caliento, and I have the privilege and honor of serving as president and CEO of Cara Collective. So let me just start by saying what an amazing night this is. This is our largest gala to date, and the energy in this room is just off the charts. So excited. So I'd love to give a special shout out first to our gala co-chairs for their leadership and their tireless support for getting us here to where we are this evening. To our incredible board of directors, thank you so much for the work that you do and for your leadership. To the staff at Cara Collective, and let me just pause for a moment because I have the hardest, most amazing staff in the city, quite possibly in the state, in the nation. So just give it up for the team that makes this work possible every day. They bring so much of their work day in and day out, so thank you. Particular shout out to Tara, Mark, Annie, for making sure that tonight was the kind of experience that we needed. Thank you. So it is also especially exciting to see so many of our city and state leaders showing up, showing out. Thank you, Secretary Janulius, Commissioner Canazzi, I know is here, Vice Mayor Burnett, Superintendent Larry Snelling, thank you so much. So whether this is your first Cara Gala or your 9th, your presence here tonight is a powerful reminder of the vision of our dear founder, Tom Owens, that the strength of a community can accomplish so much more than any one of us individually. Thank you for being here, because tonight is all about celebrating what we have accomplished together this year. I'm just going to give you just a few of the highlights. We embarked on a new partnership with the Department of Family and Supportive Services and Lawndale Christian Legal Center on the innovative Spring Forward Grant. The City of Chicago is doubling down on its commitment to our returning residents who are returning from incarceration and to supporting our homeless population. As a result, we're joining forces with these institutions to break the cycle of recidivism in the prison system by providing critical employment opportunities and housing services. We partnered with groups like JARC and OAI and Rosie Investments, and these don't sound like names that you might know, but let me tell you, they are unlocking more career pathways and providing more opportunities for upskilling and credentialing for our folks. And we continue to find even more partners to help prepare our workforce for the jobs of the future. We saw our work recognized through the single most largest unrestricted grant in our organization's 33-year history, thanks to a noted philanthropist, Mackenzie Scott. This serves as a testament to the critical work and the role that workforce development organizations like Cara are continuing to play in solving some of our nation's deepest issues. And while we're grateful for Ms. Scott's gift and how it's going to advance our work, we realize that to fuel our vision to eradicate poverty, it doesn't stop with her. Because tonight, it's not just about what we've achieved, it's also about the boundless potential that lies within our collective spirit. Tonight is about recognizing the power of community and the power of transformations. If you've been to Cara's signature morning motivations or seen our programs in action, you've definitely heard the word transformations, right? You hear it as we celebrate the milestones of our participants, from when they complete their foundational training, to when they get to announce their job and ring that bell, to when they come back a year later to celebrate their Great Wall. It's all that and everything in between. Transformations happen daily at Cara, and it's awe-inspiring. It's happening with individuals like Jamel, who is just one of the many shining examples of transformations. So Jamel came to Cara as a referral from RAP, which is a rehabilitation program, which is actually led by one of our co-chairs, Judge Charles Burns. Thank you so much. So Jamel's positive energy was immediately infectious and just really wowed the team. But he was overcoming addiction. He had several felonies on his record, and that is often an immense barrier, as you might imagine, for the folks, the hundreds of job seekers that we work with every year. He was in need, truly, of the transformative power of this community. Well, let me just tell you that today, Jamel is employed as an assembler at Friedman Seating, which is a Chicago-based manufacturer, and he is thriving. He's working full-time, he has benefits, his supervisors are continually praising him, and he just moved into his own apartment. So for the first time in a long time, he's actually seeing hope for what's next for him. Transformations are also, though, happening beyond our job seekers. Through our inclusive work, driven by Cara Plus, we're helping leading employers like Northwestern Medicine, BMO, and Walmart to build and strengthen employment initiatives to increase access to more jobs and to drive even greater long-term success. We're seeing organizations like the Community-Based Organization Collective, the Civic Committee, and the Corporate Coalition creating spaces to collaborate and innovate on how together we can solve the most pressing issues in Chicago. Transformations are also happening in our communities. Our social enterprises, Clean Slate and Cara Connects, are transforming the landscape of our communities by not just providing transitional employment, but by being a true neighbor in Englewood, in Bronzeville, in Belmont-Cragen, and beyond. We are reinvesting in the communities that we serve, meeting our people where they're at by opening up our doors and bringing our services directly to them. And as a result, we're seeing an increase in the number of people who are engaging with us. We're seeing amazing partners like Greater Englewood Chamber, Northwest Center, Rage, Teamwork Englewood. I know some of them are in the house tonight, working with us, walking alongside us as thought partners, as friends. We're seeing our spaces in Englewood become a hub of entrepreneurship for local residents who are dreaming big. We're seeing more jobs directly in the communities, like with our friends at Growing Home. And we know that this is just the beginning of what we can achieve together. Transformations are even happening in our hearts, our minds, and our perceptions. So let me give you a pretty remarkable example of what I'm talking about here. So recently in our motivation circle, we had a job seeker named Otha share his story. Came to us at the beginning of the year and was a jack of all trades, had a ton of skill sets that could be an asset to really many, many different types of jobs. But like Jamel, he had a felony on his record that he was trying to overcome and trying to move past. His housing situation, as he shared with us, was not one that was very stable. And one day, he awoke to a police raid happening all around him. He unfortunately was in the wrong place at the wrong time and was being handcuffed by the attending officer. So as the officer is handcuffing Otha, the officer recognizes our Clean Slate uniform. He asks Otha if it's his, and Otha says yes, and talks to him about what he's trying to do to rebuild his life. The officer proceeds to remove the handcuffs, commend Otha on what he's doing to build up back his life, and congratulating him on taking those steps. A green and gray vest draped nonchalantly across the back of a chair had the power to transform the way that one of our job seekers was seen. So, yeah, it's pretty remarkable. And I'm just so excited because Otha was able to continue his journey, and what's more, he was actually just hired by our friends at Fitness Formula Club. So together, we have the power to create transformations. Tonight, there are so many amazing companies, organizations, and volunteers that we are so proud to partner with and who have been instrumental in getting us to 33 years and more than 15,000 jobs. But we know that there's still so much more work to do. We're facing a critical moment in time. The needs of our communities are greater than ever. We're seeing more job seekers come through our doors. We're seeing the need for Cara to be more accessible to the 77 communities and beyond. We're still seeing systemic barriers that are designed to withhold people from their truest potential. Today, we have a real opportunity to move in a different direction as a community, to create the transformations that we want for Chicago and our nation. So my question to every single one of you tonight is, will you invest in those transformations? Will you invest in individual transformations like Jamel and Otha and Deshaun, who's tonight's alumni honoree. Will you invest, that's right, will you invest in community transformations in Englewood, in Bronzeville, in Belmont Cragen, and beyond, in all the neighborhoods that we're impacting? Will you invest in practice change and the systemic transformations that we want to see that help build a more inclusive economy, one that promises access, equity, and opportunity for all? Because at the very core of our work is community. We rely on our partners, our stakeholders, to help us deliver and to live up to our mission. It's only because of all of you that we see the incredible transformations every day. One person, one company, one job at a time. So if you're ready to invest, I need everyone in this room to say it with me. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? All right, y'all, let's get to work. So thank you so much. Thanks for celebrating with us and for believing in the power of transformations.